Hi, this is Bill. This is the tiller from my 1975 Chrysler Sandpiper C22 sailboat, 22-foot sailboat. And unfortunately I didn't take any pictures, close-ups or anything of the original condition, but it was pretty sad. Most of the varnish was missing, it peeled off, and a lot of black staining, especially at this end. He had a tiller cover on it, but it was all tattered. The whole end was exposed to the elements. A lot of grime from the hands, and there's some you can see on the edge here, between the laminations from about here back, it almost looked like it was delaminating, but everything was solid. The end was very good, held together, so both sides had this groove where the laminations were. And so what I did is I cleaned the whole thing up with mixed up some OxyClean, and I give it a good bath and scrubbing, hosed it off real good, let it dry for a few days, and put the sandpaper to it when it was good and dry. Sanded it down with I think it was 100 grit. And then what I did is on the end, because the grooves were down quite a ways, say somewhere around a 1/4 inch on the ends down, I put some blue masking tape up on there to hold in the varnish. And every day for about 3 weeks I took an artist brush and put in the Ace hardware spar varnish into the grooves, filled them to the top. The next day I'd come, it would be all sunk in and absorbed and shrunken in from the filling. Now I would turn it over the next day and do this side, day after day after day after day. Finally, after about 3 weeks of that kind of treatment, I brought them up to flush, sanded it all down again, and then I put 5 coats of Ace spar varnish on here with a sanding down with a 150 grit paper, just a light sanding to get it scuffed up between coats. And then after sanding it, I wiped it with mineral spirits, with a light dampened, just barely damp rag of mineral spirits to get off the dust and so forth. Turned out pretty good. There's a few little runs, but after all, it is a tiller. It's going to get banged up. It's going to be used on the boat, mainly out in the weather. Mainly what I was worried about is protecting the wood. Turned out pretty good. If you can see the grain, turned out real pretty. I'm pleased with it. Had a tiller extension on here. I've got a different one. I don't know if I'm going to put one on or just fill that hole temporarily. Had a tiller tamer on here. Not sure I'm going to put that back on either. And here's where the clam cleat goes for, or the jam cleat, whatever you call it, clam I guess, for holding the ropes for pulling the rudder up and down. So that's my tiller handle. Still got to spruce up the hardware yet, but it looks pretty good.